I want to give you 5 basic essentials to consider before a church merger. Now, you really got to think about this, okay? Because a church merger, depending upon the makeup, could really be like the steps to dating and marriage. All right? And so you've got to be very intentional about what you're looking for. And so 5 basic essentials to consider before a church merger with another church. If you have a church in mind or you're already kind of in the dialogue process, number one, the question is you've got to ask yourself, do you like them? Okay, this is very important because you're going to, if this merger takes place, you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. So do you like them? And I know that's a terrible thing to ask or even a terrible thing to say, but that's true. Are they just so different that they get on your nerves and you just know it's going to be a struggle all the time? And so you've got to ask yourself, do I like them? Do I want to be around them? Is it worth being around them all of the time? I know that's a terrible statement, but that's the truth, okay? Number two, what is their background? What is their reputation? Like if they have a bad reputation in the community, and then the community hears that you are merging as a church, merging with them, how does that make your church look? What comes out of that? What is the story that is told of you merging with this other church? And so what is their reputation? What is their background? That's number two. Number three, just as when you're dating someone, you begin to meet the parents and you meet the family and you start to understand the family dynamics, and you're wondering if the parents are controlling and how much they're going to be involved in, this relationship you have. Like, you're going to need to understand the church family that you're merging with. Now, that doesn't mean you got to give an interview to every person, but you do kind of need to start knowing and understanding who those controlling people are in the background, because a lot of times the controlling people aren't in the front telling everyone what to do. They're in the back speaking into people's ears and trying to lead them and guide them. And so it's important that you begin to understand who is there in kind of the family makeup. Number four, another basic essential is you need to better understand their social norms. Now, one thing that was asked to us before our church merger is a family came up to me and said, we're kind of concerned that we're going to have to start dressing nice if we merge with them, like suit and ties and dresses every Sunday, because we're just a very casual church. And that was a real concern because in their perceived idea of this other church, their social norm, this other church, is always dressing nice. And that wasn't the case. But you do need to understand what the different social norms are and how to work those, how to communicate, what things will look like as you move forward. And so you need to understand, number four, social norms. And then number five is you need to have the same basic goals, right? Like, I remember talking to my now wife before we even I even proposed to her is, do you want children? How many children do you think you want? What are your life goals? You really got to know if both churches, when they come together, if they share the same goals, the same desires. One church may have a desire just to really only take care of them and be internally focused. Another church may be extremely outward focused, and there may be a clash. And so it's important that you begin to understand what is taking place.